This is Mr. Hardesty. In our next problem, we'll solve using the Pythagorean theorem. Find x. We have a right triangle where our missing side x is the hypotenuse. We know the Pythagorean theorem says the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sums of the squares of the two legs. The hypotenuse is always the longest side, and we'll label that C. The legs are A and B in either order. So C, in our example, is x. We're missing the hypotenuse, and we'll say x squared equals 8 squared plus 16 squared. We'll solve for x by simplifying on the right side, 64 plus 256, and that sum is 320. We'll take the square root of both sides to make x squared just x, and that positive square root is the square root of 320, which in simplest radical form is 8 radical 5. In our second right triangle, x is one of the legs. We're still using the Pythagorean theorem, which works for any right triangle. X is now a leg, so we'll represent that as A. We'll make B the other leg, 12, and then our hypotenuse is the longest side, or C, and in this case, it's 16. We'll simplify. 256 equals x squared plus 144. We'll subtract 144 from both sides to isolate x squared, and then we'll take the square root to make x squared x, and the square root of 112 in simplest radical form is 4 radical 7.